Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Good morning and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. A while back I had somebody ask me for my meatloaf recipe, and that's not always the easiest thing because sometimes when you've cooked a lot you just kind of do it and you don't have a particular recipe. So this is one of those that I worked in reverse to try to figure out exactly the proportions that I use when I make meatloaf. So in my bowl I have 2.5 pounds of hamburger, and you can use 90% lean if you want to, but I like to use the 80-20. I have 2 eggs I'm going to use, some onion powder, salt and pepper, Worcestershire sauce, oatmeal for the breading, some ketchup, and some milk. And that's all there is to the main part of the meatloaf. Then for my topping, I'm going to use a 1/2 cup of ketchup and some vinegar and some brown sugar. So like I said, I have the 2.5 pounds of hamburger in my bowl. To that, I'm going to add my 2 eggs. And I've already sprayed my 9x13 to put it in the oven. And this is going to go in the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes or until the burger is done all the way through. I have my 1/2 cup of milk. I have my 1/3 cup of ketchup. And some salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to add my onion powder, about 1/4 teaspoon. Now some people add garlic as well, but I don't normally when I make meatloaf. And you can add regular chopped onion if you would rather do that. Okay. And then a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Last thing I need to put in there is my oatmeal. And I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup. Now this will act as an extender as well. Okay, all I have to do is mix that up. And you can use a spoon or a spatula if you would like to, but for me it's easier just to use my hands. When I make meatloaf, I don't actually make it in a loaf pan. I make it in individual servings, so I form it into about 1/2 cup balls. Like I said, there's my meat mixture. And I've got my sprayed 9x13. And I'm just gonna make this into the balls and place them into my 9x13. Okay. Now, once these are done baking, for that 40 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and put the sauce mixture over it. And so I'm going to have that ready ahead of time. And it has that 1/2 cup of ketchup, it has a teaspoon of vinegar, and then a tablespoon of brown sugar in it. So Jackie, one of the recipes she's going to share is for her enchiladas. And so she's going to brown up some hamburger. And what are you putting in the hamburger?
Garlic powder and cumin.
Okay, garlic powder and cumin.
And I don't measure.
Okay, but it's on the recipe.
It's on the recipe.
Yes, it's on the recipe card. Yeah.
Okay, so you add 1 16-ounce jar of salsa.
Any salsa? Hot?
Any salsa.
Mild?
Usually I do mild, my husband picked medium.
Okay.
So, And then I take the 8-ounce can of tomato sauce and I pour it in there. And then shake it up so I can get the rest of it out.
Okay.
You pour that in there. And you just heat that up a little bit. It doesn't have to be hot because we're going to pour it over the tortillas after we're done with those, and then bake them.
Okay.
So,
Walk us through it.
so now you take your refried beans. I like to mix them up because for some reason all the juice gets in the bottom. And you just take some, slather it all over your tortilla shell.
Huh? Oh. She's commenting on refried beans and the appearance of refried beans.
Yeah.
I
They look like nasty baby food.
always think they look like dog food. Like
They do.
the canned dog
Like the
food.
canned dog food.
Yeah.
That I give the cookies.
Think well, I don't know if it tastes like that because I've never really tasted it, but I'm assuming it tastes nothing like canned
I'm
dog food.
assuming it probably
And then you
tastes-
just put
dog food
some
tastes better.
shredded Colby Jack in there. Sometimes I put olives, sliced olives in there.
Ripe or green?
Black olives.
Black olives.
Yep.
Do you just put the meat sauce over the top then? And
Yeah,
not-
once we're done
okay.
with this. So then you roll it up, you put it in there, and you just do that for all your shells. I use about 10 shells in a 9x13.
Okay. That we sprayed. And
That we sprayed.
right.
Right.
And then the meat sauce that you just made will go over the top of this.
And more cheese
And-
on top of that.
okay.
And then you bake it in the oven for about 375 for about 25 minutes until the cheese is nice and melty.
Good. Super.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll show you a finished picture. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.